Winter can be cold and dreary. When the winter weather is yuck on the outside, what's to do, especially for kids around Cape Girardeau? Discovery Playhouse is new. It's on Broadway in downtown Cape.
This is Discovery Playhouse. We are a children's museum, much like children's museums that exist in other great communities. Cape Girardeau has a fabulous children's museum that's a work in progress, but it's great every time that someone comes in. It looks a little bit different, but people have a great time every single time that they come. We have a lot of visitors that come once a week and really use their annual memberships. We have an area called Pollywog Pond, which is sponsored by our friends at Procter & Gamble. It is great for ages 4 and younger. So little ones can go in, big kids can go in too. They just have to be careful of the little ones. There's a sensory rainbow. There's a fishing boat where they can fish off of. There's a toddler bridge. There's quiet area so that they can read books with their grown-ups. And we also have some slides and pretend houses that they can play in. We also have a great arts and crafts area that they can come in and do one of our projects that we plan for them, or just be creative and do something out of their own imagination. We have a fitness park sponsored by Southeast Missouri Hospital, which takes a fun play off fitness tests that kids do when they're in school, and they can also check their heart rate and do a pull-up and do a leap like a frog, so that's fun. We also have a dental office, so kids can be the dentist and actually check the teeth of some of our animal friend dental patients. We have a synthobeam that is a laser piano, so kids can actually walk under it and listen to the different musical notes that are triggered by the beams breaking. We also have very cool Velcro ball falls, so they can actually connect different tubes using the Velcro wall and test how their circuits sort of go together to actually drop the pinballs, so that's really fun. We have a bank that's sponsored by our friends at Montgomery Bank. There's a working ATM that kids can swipe their ATM card and get some pretend money. We often see that the money transfers from the bank to the grocery store to the dental office, so kids themselves, without being prompted, actually see what money does in the role of a community. They often, when they run out of money, go back to the ATM to get it printed again. And so it's a great opportunity for grown-ups to be able to talk about how an ATM is just a fancy computerized piggy bank as opposed to a money printer. That they can take on the role of bank customer or also the bank teller. We have a fire truck, and kids can climb aboard and drive the antique fire truck to be the next community rescue hero. We also have our grocery store that's sponsored by Schnucks, and Schnucks is very well known. Kids right away recognize, whether they can read or not, that it's a Schnucks that they actually go to. They can shop or they can play cashier with our scanner that actually reads the barcodes and beeps at you, which is fun. We do a lot of birthday parties every single weekend here, and that's great. So we have a special event space just for birthday parties. As we grow, we're finishing our second floor. So currently we're 7,500 square feet. We're doing more work to the second floor, so when it's all said and done, we should be about 18,000 square feet of public space, which is great. So we'll be able to really serve a great group of kids 12 and younger, and be able, as we go upstairs and we start exploring how we're going to expand into those exhibits, it'll be a lot of science and math and technology and art and music, and so it's going to be a great thing for the community here in Southeast Missouri.
How did this start? What brought it on?
Well, a group of volunteers actually came together and said that a children's museum is what's needed for this region. So they started their work in about 2006 and did a lot of research, worked with the resources available to them from the Association of Children's Museums, which is our national association that we belong to. They tested it for a bit in the mall and had a great response there, and then worked their way into the downtown region. found a building that they could remodel, and this building that we're in is part of the bigger picture of the downtown revitalization program for downtown Cape and Old Town Cape. And so this building is from 1906, and so it's needed a lot of work, but structurally it's fabulous, and visually it's a great building as well. But what we're doing is putting all new electrical, sprinkler systems, all that safety stuff, so that we can make sure that this is not only a fun and educational place, but it's a safe place as well for their youngest guests. I would probably say a third of our guests are from out of town, visiting grandparents or parents that have their grandparents come and visit. So we opened in April of 2010, and so we had a huge response from the gate. Again, today is a little chilly, but you can hear how hustling and bustling it is. And so whether you're in line at the ATM or you're in line at the grocery store, there's opportunities for teaching and for learning, and play is a way that kids naturally start to learn about their world, and it doesn't have to end. So you think about a chemist, they blow things up sometimes because they've tried to mix one concoction with the next, and that's actually playing, and so when you get older, it doesn't mean you have to stop playing. Museums don't have to be stuffy, they don't have to be super quiet, a don't touch sort of facility, and so that's what we're all about here.